Okay, well, I'm going to show you a quick little trick on how to make tons of money with the gambling den. And most of you who are familiar with it probably tried it at low levels thinking you can make a lot of money, but you failed because you either got too greedy, didn't know what you're doing, or just didn't have enough money to make it work. Um, there is a simple mathematical way that this works, but I'm not going to bother explaining it unless somebody really wants to know. But basically, you're using probability to your advantage. Um, for the first way I'm going to show, it requires the least amount of money. You need about 7K. So, just to show you, I'm going to put all this up. I've made about 60K in under half an hour just from doing this. Okay, let's say I'm a low level, I've managed to make a little bit, and I've got 7K. Okay, first time, you always go 100. And note, I'm not using cheat engine or any sort of hack or cheat or anything like that. I'm just playing the game the way it is. And no, this will not get you banned. Because Neil knows about it, but he doesn't care. It's kind of here for a reason, but people say it's really slow, so they don't like it. Okay, I've made 100 so far, which, big whoop, 100's not that much. I had a really lucky streak earlier, and was right like 8 times in a row. It was really nice. Okay, made another 100. Oh, I was wrong. So, I need to double that and go with 200. And that's the reason this requires about 7K. Technically, it requires, I think it's 6.4K, but I could be a little off. But I just go with 7 just to be safe. Because every time you're wrong, you're going to double whatever you just bet. And if you get it 6 times in a row wrong, then that next time you bet everything you have. Because the queen, if you guess this one to the left every single time, she cannot miss. I mean, she cannot like not be in that spot 7 times in a row. So if she's not there by that 6th time, then that 7th time, it's a guarantee she's gonna be there. Okay, so since I just did 400, I'm gonna go 800. I'm sorry that's lagging so much. Hypercam makes my computer go slow. I thought I had it fixed where it wasn't making it lag, but apparently not. And boom, as you can tell, so far I've made 300. Alright, so that's not really that impressive, but it shows you that it does work. And now I'm going to show you the way that I personally do it. Because making like 100 in about a minute or so, that's really low and not even worth it. So for my base amount that I bet, I do 1,000, and so it's same principle. You're just doing a bigger number. Which, let's say you've got about 14 or 15k, then you could just start with 200 and then go 400, 800, so on and so forth. It'll work for any amount, just as long as you're following the same process. All you're doing is just using a different proportion. Now, with using 1,000 like this, you're going to need roughly 70k, which for a lot of people, they're not going to be willing to risk that, especially right off. Which I wasn't so sure I wanted to really risk that much. So I'll start out with doing 100 at a time and then work my way up. And then once I've won about 1,000 or so from it, then I just started using this trick after I pulled the rest out of my bank. And people may say this is really slow, but it's pretty good considering the fact there's no risk involved whatsoever, as long as you do it right. I forgot how much I just did. I think I just did 1,000. Okay, you know what? Just for the sake of it, I'm gonna go ahead and do 4,000 because I forgot how much I just did. Which I've done this several times doing it this way. If you forget what you did, just go double whatever the highest you think you just did. So I'm kind of thinking I did 2,000, but I'm not sure. So just go with 4,000. And I mean, I've got the extra money. I can be able to do that. Now, starting with 1,000 for your lowest, and for your starting bet, is about the highest you can go. Technically, the highest would be, it's like 1,500, because 1.5k, your second bet would be 3, then 6, and then 12, then 24, then 48, and then your seventh bet would be 98k, which, if you get it wrong 6 times in a row, go for the highest, go for 100k. And if you do that, you make roughly 5k. Okay, I know that was 4k that I just did, so... Which earlier, I got really risky with this, because I was having a really lucky streak. I got it right like 5 times in a row, just doing 1,000. So I started betting 10,000 at a time. Which the problem with that, if you get it wrong like 5 times in a row, you're not going to be able to bet high enough to start making your money back because of the 100k limit on the bets. Okay. Just did 8,000, so 16,000. Okay, no problem. I'd almost be willing to go ahead and go a full 50K right here because I know I'm going to get it right this time. So, just to prove something, let's go 45K. Because so far I've been wrong, let's see, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, 32,000. Well, if I don't get it, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead with the full 45,000. And if I get it wrong again, then, oh well, I'll go 90. And unless I miscounted, next time should be my guaranteed win. Unless this is it. But that's where people start messing up. If you forget how many times you've done it, or what you just bet, and then you're not able to put in the right amounts and stuff. So that's kind of a high bet right there, 90K. That's literally risking almost everything I've got. But I'll get it this time, and I'll get all my money right back. Boom. 196K right there. So as you can tell, I've made almost 30K in, I'm sure, less than 5 minutes now, with very little effort, just like that. So hope you all enjoy, and feel free to use this trick and make you tons of money all the time.